Happy Halloween, motherfuckers. Happy Halloween. I don't know. Let's get into it. I have to address a couple things before we get into the episode. We made an egregious error last week. I did not go 3-5 or 4-5 or whatever the fuck you saw in last episode. I put it in the YouTube description. No one read it. It's fine. I'm not expecting you guys to. I went 3-6 last week. That's got to be addressed immediately. I caught it as the video was uploading to YouTube. No, I wasn't going to sit there and re-render it and re-edit and fucking re-upload to YouTube. I wasn't doing that shit, okay? So I'm addressing it right now. The total record was not 39-30-1, or it was 39-30-1. It wasn't 40-29-1, okay? So that's where we're at last week, all right? And then I'd also like to address Type 11, who's been coming in the comments. I haven't said anything about you the last couple of weeks because you've been getting kind of butt-fucked in the comments on your picks, but this week you swept. So I'm going to give you your recognition. Type 11 this week, and you had a fucking Ivy League play in there. Princeton, which that's sick. That's sick. I don't know where you find those lines. I don't know why you're betting on those teams, but I love it, and I'm going to give you props for it. So there's the Address the Nation from last week. I had to get that out of the way. I hope you guys understand. Sorry, not really. It's going to happen. It's going to keep happening. So it is what it is. That being said, fuck-ass gloves. I went 6-3 last week. Pretty good bounce back. I'll take that. The total record for real. My bra straps.
Your titties.
Is 45-33-1. I'm sitting at 57.6% right now. So I'm gonna get the losses out of the way quick. LSU money line. Fuck Brian Kelly. Fuck that guy. Brian Kelly sucks. Yeah, I'm glad he's fired. Lose my bet is one thing. But you're a piece of shit, Brian Kelly. I used you getting fired as an opportunity to go back and look at all the scandals you've been in your time. And you're a piece of shit. I really don't like you, buddy. I don't like the way you talk to your staff and your coordinators and everyone under them. I don't like the fact that you invite staffers to your dinner parties and then make them shovel snow and valet cars. All right, Brian Kelly? I don't like the fact that you are partially and most likely majorly responsible for that kid fucking dying. No one forgot about that, Brian Kelly. Everyone remembers that, Brian Kelly. I think you're a piece of shit, Brian Kelly, and I'm happy you're goddamn out of a job. Fuck you, Brian Kelly, losing my goddamn money. Texas A&M may just be one of the best teams in the fucking league right now. I don't know what else to say about it. Texas A&M just keeps winning. The offense looks incredible. Someone's got to prove me wrong on Texas A&M. I'm done betting against them until I see something else happen. I refuse to let them become the Notre Dame of last year. So Texas A&M, props to you. Brian Kelly, fuck your face. Go fuck a tree, Brian Kelly. Suck a dick. I don't know. Fucking hit your wheels on a guardrail and just fuck whatever car you're driving up. I don't know. Fuck you, Brian Kelly. I don't know what to say about you, Brian Kelly. ASU -7. Offense looks horrendous. Everyone was against me on Houston. They were fucking right. The haters were right. All right? I don't know what to say. ASU without Jordan Tyson apparently has no offense whatsoever. I mean, that didn't seem like a hard game for Houston to pull off. So good on Houston for doing it. I was wrong about you. My bad. That being said, I will also be staying away from ASU until I see something else. That hot hand, there's a hot hand fallacy for a reason, and I fell right into it. App State, ODU, over 62.5, the last loss of week 9. Just wasn't moving the ball enough. That's kind of all it was. Wasn't moving the ball enough. Had a chance to get into OT and really press that over at the end of the game, but it didn't happen, you know? You really, with the way that first half went and the rest of the game went, you really can't be upset that you were that close to having a chance. That's how bad it was. So I'll take it. It is what it is. I'll take it. Now, winners. I had 6 of them last week. I'm fucking bouncing back. I had 6 of them last week. Wazoo, -1. Fucking banged. Smashed them. Those Toledo idiots. Fuck you, Ohio. Smashed them. I mean, San Diego State. Banged. Smashed them. Blanked them. Blanked Fresno State. 0 points on the board for Fresno. San Diego State smashed them. Iowa, -5 or 8.5. Bang. Smashed them. I mean, great defense, great offense. pretty impressed with the way Iowa's been playing recently. I mean, they got a bye this week, and then they're going to play Oregon. I can't wait to watch that game. I can't wait to see what Iowa and Oregon are doing come 2 weeks from now. All right. Memphis plus 4.5. Thriller of a game. I told you it was going to be the G5 game of the week, and it did not disappoint. That game was fucking awesome. What a comeback win out of Memphis. And oh, man, that one felt fucking good. Now, poor on USF. There's a lot of game time injuries. I think they lost like 3 or 4 seniors during the game to injury. So who knows how that game would have played out if everyone stayed healthy. But that's football, baby. That's football, baby. Utah State, New Mexico, under 61.5. I said this game was going to be tight. It was going to be hard fought. It was not tight. It was a little hard fought. But New Mexico just kind of ran away with it. And good on them for going up big and then sitting on that goddamn clock. Attaboy. That's clock management you love to see out of your staff. Okay, boys? And then Georgia Tech, minus 17.5. Georgia Tech bombs for the channel once again. Attaboy, Georgia Tech. You know I love Haynes King. You know I love Georgia Tech. And, I mean, if they want to keep making me money, I mean, I'll keep betting on it. All right, boys? All right, boys? Barnacle boy, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Now, we had other great games, obviously, last week. You know, I can't bet on every single one of them. Indiana rolls UCLA. Thought you had a little Cinderella story. You fucking didn't. Indiana's just filthy this year, apparently. And they're going to keep going. Bama, South Carolina. What a fun game to watch. What a fun game to watch that was. I mean, Bama pulls one out. I wasn't rooting for it. I wasn't rooting for it.
It's fucked up.
but it
fucked up.
But it happened.
You know.
End of October. So what's South Carolina going to do in November? I mean, the way the season looks, probably not a lot. But we'll see. We'll see. Texas, Mississippi State, another heartbreaker. That being said, South Carolina not pulling out. Mississippi State not pulling out. Oh, man, that fucking hurt. We had a couple underdogs on Mississippi State.
Fraudulent ass team.
Didn't
17
work.
in the fourth quarter. Are we serious?
It didn't work. Wisconsin, Oregon. I don't know what the fuck Oregon was up to. That's why I'm so hyped for this Iowa game, because I see holes in Oregon. I see holes in Oregon one way or another, and Iowa might have the girth to take advantage of those holes. All right, buddies. Ole Miss, impressed. I was impressed with that game. I feel like you left some on the table, and you still won kind of handedly. So impressive out of Ole Miss after what happened last week. Mizzou, Vandy, what a dogfight that game was. Tough to see Beulah go down. But Vandy pulls another one off, man. What are we going to say about Vandy? You know? BYU, another super impressive win versus Iowa State. Pick 6 in there, I think. A couple really nice defensive stops, a couple explosive plays. I mean, BYU seems to be rolling. Virginia, UNC. Virginia, what the fuck are you doing? How do you let that happen? First of all, you get a game-winning safety versus Wazoo last week, and then you come and lose by an inch in OT to UNC. You got to be better, Virginia. You're one of 2 undefeated teams in the ACC right now. If you're spotting like this before November, you might blow it. You might blow it, Virginia. I got to see more. Wake Forest, hell fucking right, man. Hell fucking right. 13-12, the worst offensive game I've watched all year, knocking off SMU. Can't hate that. Can't hate that. And then another one, Temple Tulsa. I mean, come on. You thought we were going to leave these games off the slate. We're not. Temple Tulsa, I mean, come on, man. We're banging OTs. All day, every week, we're banging OTs. And I love watching it. I love watching it. That's week 9. Fucking Barnacle. Thank you. Thank you. That being said, we talked about Houston a little bit. Those Houston bastards. The underdog money line leaderboard has an update. Dr. Spread'em has a commanding lead in first place at 525 points. Tied for second are Nitro and Comrade at 325. And then a tight race for fourth and fifth, the Directive at 280 and 6 year at 260. Jay Money, only other guy on the board at 160. I mean, Spread'em, that's what's so exciting about this challenge is you have a commanding lead right now, Spread'em, but you're one play away. You're one game away from being dethroned. Someone not on this leaderboard could hit back-to-back and just fucking cook up the first place like that. All right? So this is exciting. We had some hits last week. I wish they weren't all on the same team, but You know, it is what it is. I shouldn't have bet fucking Arizona State. Mr. Barnacle.
He might have fucked up. I think he got it over.
Barnacle, you're fucking me. Barnacle, you're fucking me. Give me.
Recap. I feel like
No.
Your bets or
Where are we? We're right here. I got the bets. I got this.
You want the look ahead first, right? Or no?
No. Look ahead comes after.
Okay,
Look ahead
okay,
comes
my fault.
after.
Okay.
I apologize. Fucking too much seawater's getting to this guy's brain. Okay, he's been stalking Sandy Cheeks a little too much recently. He's got something on his mind. He's got cheeks on his mind, Sandy Cheeks on his mind, and that one big nut in that fucking glass house. All right, he's been thinking about it too much. He's been talking about it too much. I'm not necessarily a big fan of interspecies sexual relationships, but if my henchman can stick his dick where he wants. All right, I'm not getting involved. That being said, I've got bets for week 10. I've only got 7 of them. All right, I've never been more 50-50 on such an amount of games as I was this week. This is brutal. I don't know what the fuck to think about this week. It's going to be great football, but in terms of making money, the books might have my ass this week. I'll say that much. I'm going to start us off with a doubleheader. UNT, Mestamaker. I'm all over Mestamaker. Set an American Conference and UNT passing yards record last week with like 610 through the air. Outstanding. And then you've got another home game against undefeated Navy. Woo. I'm taking you -7. I'm taking UNT -7. I mean, like I said, this team's on fire right now. After that USF blowout, this team's on fire. This is the first game all year Navy's been an underdog in. So I'm interested to see how they handle that. They've been a double-digit favorite every game of the year so far. So it's not like they've had a +3 or something they knocked off or a -3, -5.5 they covered. They've been -10 or more all year. And now they're traveling to Texas, and they're a touchdown dog. I'm going to take UNT. That being said, I'm taking the over, too. This over makes too much goddamn sense. What's the best part of Navy's game? The run. What's the best part of UNT's game? The pass. I mean, UNT is 100+ ranked nationally in rushing yards allowed per game and rushing yards allowed per attempt. Both categories. Navy is 100+ nationally in passing yards allowed per game and passing yards allowed per completion. Both these teams have a terrible tendency to give up exactly what the other team is good at. So I'm taking the over. It makes too much sense. UNT's hit the over 6 out of 8 games this year, and Navy's hit it 6 out of 7. I mean, it makes too much sense. It makes so much sense I almost took the under. But I didn't. You know, Mermaid Man may be one thing, and that's retarded. So I buy in to what I'm doing in totality. I'm going to make it happen on UNT doubleheader to rip us off. That being said, I'm going to another team that fucking sucks at aspects of the game, except it's all aspects of the game. I'm fading FSU again. I've got Wake Forest +9.5. Wake Forest is so sneaky good this year. They just knocked off SMU, and yet they still don't get the respect. FSU, I don't care if you're hosting a night game at Doak. There's not going to be a motherfucker in those stands, FSU. Everyone's giving up on you. There's no way the players are bought in. There's no way Norvell – this fucking broad strap, man. There's no way Norvell's got it locked, all right? And I think Wake Forest is too good of a team for you to be favored by 9.5. You know, if you win this game, it's going to be tight or an absolute blowout. And I'm calling it tight like 80%. So you want to give me 9.5 on Wake Forest. Yeah, I'm taking it. I mean, Wake Forest is covered in both games away this year. So, I mean, yeah, sure, I'll take that. One is a +5 dog, and the other one is a tight 1.5 favorite. So they kind of like these close games. And I think this game should be closer than that point spread entails, man. Fuck you, FSU. I'm 2 losses away from cashing the preseason win total under. And I think Wake Forest has got a pretty good goddamn chance of beating them. All right? Next, I've got another total. We're going to get into some SEC action. I'm going Mississippi State, Arkansas, under 67.5. I don't know, really. I don't know. I have that written down. I wrote IDK really. It feels like way too many points. It just feels like too many points. 70 goddamn points, man. This feels like one of those games where both teams are kind of on the same level, and you should be expecting a lot of points, but then you look at the box and it's like 24-21 at final. So that's what I'm feeling out of this one. 70 is so goddamn many, you know. I know that Texas game just hit it, and Arkansas has hit 70 points like half the season this year, but it's too many. I don't know. It's too many. It's too many. So I took it. I've got three more. I'm taking the University of Florida plus 7.5 in the world's largest outdoor margarita mixer or whatever they call it. I'm taking UF plus 7.5. All right. This is a fired coach game. We've talked about it a couple times. I've got actual numbers for you here. 8 coaches have been fired. It is P4 and G5. 8 coaches have been fired so far. They've covered in 6 of their next games. All right? 6 of 8 coaches fired mid-season. They covered next week. And I'm taking Billy-less Florida to cover against what has been kind of spotty UGA. A lot of people aren't going to like that I'm saying that, but man, fuck Georgia. I'm tired of watching Georgia pull one off, man. I hate these cocksuckers. All right. And I think there's an assistant offensive coordinator who's been sitting on a playbook for Lagway over the last 2.5 years, just waiting to let it rip. And fucking Billy Napier with his mega mind brain just couldn't fucking let him call a play. Couldn't take a little bit of opinion on how this offense could get rolling. All right. So I think, I think we're going to come out and look kind of better, honestly, with an interim. I think we're going to make it happen. After that, I've got Kansas minus 25. Kansas minus 25. All right. This game's kind of interesting. I don't know why I got so locked into the history of this game. I kind of felt it was a coin flip. Kansas has lost the last 2 games 42-17. Texas Tech and K-State, exactly 42-17 losses. First one away, second one home. They just got to be a little embarrassed. And now they're coming to play one of possibly the worst P4 teams in the entire fucking country. And I think they're going to make it happen. I mean, Oklahoma State is like the worst offense and defense in the country. They are 134th in offensive yards allowed per game and 129th in yards per game. So it's not one or the other. They both suck. And Kansas hasn't been scoring that much, and they've been letting up a lot. But I feel like Kansas is on the cusp of like giving a lot, giving a little. I think they're going to give a little and then score a lot and then fucking whatever. You know what I'm saying? In the last 15 years, I did some research on this one. Last 15 years, the favorite in this game specifically, Kansas, OK State, is 11-3-1 against the spread. Kansas has only won once in the last 15 years. Only won one time in the last 15 years. This has to be a historic revenge game for Kansas, who is normally terrible at football. Now you got a little bit of motion over the last 2 years. You didn't play last year, OK State. You gotta fucking pull a win off here, man. And you got to do it emphatically. Okay? Never has Kansas been favored by more than 3 in this matchup in the past 15 years. Never. And they've only been favored goddamn twice. So you've been favored twice, never by more than 3. You've only won once in the last 15 years. And now you're a 25-point favorite. Yeah, you got to lay the fucking hammer. You got to lay the hammer in this game for the history books. You have to. If you don't understand that, then I don't deserve to fucking make money. It is what it is. And then I got a final bet. Another coin flip. I had like 8 games on the maybe list, and I just went with the team I've watched the most live ball of, and that's going to be Miami minus 12. The first note I have on this paper is this bet will lose. Either way I went on any of these last 8 games, I was going to lose. 100%. Carson Beck controls my money with this game. SMU has a pretty great rush defense, honestly, and garbage pass defense. I mean, so Carson Beck, if you come out here and throw 4 more picks, if you throw 2 more picks, I'm cooked. This guy has to be playing lights out. Has to be playing lights out. We got to be seeing separation on the screens. I need open field around these Miami receivers. That 17-year-old kid, Malachi Tony, has got to have space around him. Got to have space around him. Carson Beck, do not fuck me, man. You fucked me enough when you were at Georgia. Do not fuck me again. All right, now that you're playing for Miami. This is Miami's first time leaving the state of Florida this season, which is crazy to say. We're in week 10. Miami has not left the state of Florida yet. They will for this game. And they have to win. They have to win. If Miami drops another game, they're not in the playoffs. Straight up. They're not going to make the ACC. They're not going to get an at-large. Miami has to win out. So this is your first real tester away. You got to hope Cristobal's got the team fired up, ready to play. Got to win this one. Miami's got to win this one. So I'll take the -12. I don't necessarily think it's going to happen, but I'm going to put some trust in a bang and then bust later with Miami is what I'm thinking. Bang now, bust later. You know, you get the fuck down on the first couple dates, and then you get that text later, you know, that Lil Wayne, you don't want that late text that I think I'm late text, man, in like a month.
You fucked that up. You fucked that lyric up.
You think they understood it? I think you understood it.
I hope they do.
She's pregnant. She's pregnant.
She's pregnant.
You know, you're going to lose to Pitt in last game of the year, and your girl's pregnant. And then you got to sit there and fucking fess with it all off season until you hit your Greyhound to Baltimore and fucking never see that bitch again. It is what it is. It is what it is. Barnacle boy, paper me. Yeah. So, besides that, this game's it's loaded. Weekend's loaded. There's so many good goddamn games going on this week. Let's start with Ohio State, Penn State. My bad. I don't know what the fuck's going to happen here. I sat out there and I built the case 30 minutes each way for both of these teams to cover the spread, and I could not decide. I could not decide which way this was going to go. But I'm going to be watching. That's a noon game. Another noon game, Vandy, Texas. Why is Texas favored? Vandy's on a heater. Texas coming in with the backup. Hosting. Vandy away. Can they keep it up? I mean, that game's going to be fucking awesome. Noon game. Duke, Clemson. ACC, I don't want to call it powerhouse, but I mean, this is an ACC powerhouse game. Duke, Clemson, tight spread. Clemson hosting. What the fuck's going to happen there? Noon game. I mean, the noon slate's loaded. The noon slate is loaded. So be locked in early. All right? UCF, Baylor, a tight little Big 12 matchup. I love the Big 12. I don't mind that at all. Army, Air Force. Okay, Army Air Force. You got to love that. Tight spread, -1.5. Air Force hosting. That game might suck to watch. That game might be a blast to watch. I hope I get a piece of it. I said I love the Big 12, and I do, because I'm talking about ASU, ISU. Two teams with a lot to prove, coming off pretty embarrassing losses from last week. What's going to happen there? I've got New Mexico, UNLV, G5 action. I've got Texas Tech, K-State. More Big 12 action. I've got Virginia Cal, more ACC. I've got Mississippi State, Arkansas with, oh man, there are so many good fucking games. I've got Central Michigan, Western Michigan, another in-state Michigan rivalry. We get like 4 of these a year, in-state Michigan rivalries, and they're always classics. I've got Oklahoma, Tennessee. I've got USC, Nebraska, and then we're ending the night with San Jose State hosting Hawaii as a 2.5-point favorite. It doesn't fucking get better than this, guys. It doesn't get fucking better than this. So if you're betting or if you're not, enjoy this fucking football. We're getting close to the end. We got, 4 more weeks of this before playoffs hit, man? Enjoy it, man. Barnacle, thank you. The boys recap, not bad. The records will be somewhere. They're not all calculated yet. They'll probably be covering you, but I can put them over here maybe. We'll figure it out. Not bad. 2 guys went positive. I believe that was it was Comrade Nichols and Dr. Nitro went 4-2.
Comrade went positive?
4-2. Comrade went 4-2. Yeah, very impressive.
About time.
It's about time. You're right about that. 3 pushed at 2-2. There was a lot of 2 losses. It was kind of weird, the record. And then 4 guys went negative. 3 of them went 1-2, and then there's someone I have to address a little more directly, unfortunately.
Say directly.
That does make sense. It's the directive. He's not going to get the the sound effects right now. The directive went 0-7. He won the underdog, but doesn't matter.
At what cost?
Doesn't matter. I mean, this is like going to Publix and picking up a BOGO, but you still dropped $150 on 8 items. Okay? It's like, yeah, you can be happy about the 6 fucking little gay dollars you saved, but you're still out 150, big guy. All right? You still went 0-7. Now, I understand at any point this man could sneak into my room with a sock full of nickels and beat me to death as I dream easy. But I can't let him off the hook. I can't let him off the hook. Just because he likes to walk onto the show doesn't mean I let him off easy when he goes 0-7. All right? Without him, the boys were positive this week. Actually, 17-16, I believe. Nope. 17-23. That's what an 0-7 record will do to the team. All right? When you got a guy in the scramble and you think he's there for vibes, unfortunately, the other team has someone who's actually contributing. All right? It had to be brought up. It had to be brought up. That being said, I hope things stay better and get better this week. We have more call-ins. We have more call-ins this week. Happy Halloween, motherfucker. We have more call-ins. Barnacle, thank you. We're going to start it off with the 2 guys that fucking won money last week. All right? Comrade Nichols is coming to us with a bigger slate. He did well last week. His first, I think, like over 3 or 4 plays. He had 6 last week, went 4-2. He's coming back in with 5 this week. I'm wondering how they go. Now, he does have a Thursday night game on this. So by the time this episode comes out Friday afternoon, he will either be 1-0 or 0-1 to start. I'm going to put it right here. I don't know what I'm putting there. I just fucking threw my hands up into the air. He's got 5 more this week. I'm going to see what he has to say. I'm going to go to him right now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. We went positive, I believe. At least in my records we did. I don't know about this show. Probably, though. Had a good week. We're just going to go right into it. Tulane, UTSA, over 53.5. That's principle. That's just principle. I got a few principle bets on here. Houston minus 13.5. They had a big win last week. Usually I'd take the other side, but I think Houston's just going to roll here. West Virginia's horrible. Army Air Force over 40.5. Academy games, you got to go under, but principal game, Army, go look at the Army's last few scores. And once it starts going low, that's when I started betting over. So, Cameron just freaked out there. It's over. Buffalo, plus 1.5. I'm just going to keep fucking tailing the shit out of Buffalo. Cincy, plus 10.5. The line moved like 3 points today. I don't really know why. And not to Cincy's favor. That also leads me to Cincy, money line is my underdog play of the week. That plus 10.5. I don't know what the odds are. Put it up there. Put it right up there. Also, Jays, 15-1. Game 5 tonight. We're going back to Toronto no matter what. 15-1, fellas. Come on, Jays.
All right. Thanks, comrade. Thanks. Cincy. Yeah, I don't mind Cincy. I don't know how you got plus 10.5. Great snipe on the line. I don't totally hate any of these other bets except for, actually, I take that back. I hate 2 of them. I hate 2 out of 5. Buffalo, give up. Give up on Buffalo, okay? I don't think Buffalo's going to save you, man. I don't think Buffalo's going to save you. And Air Force, Army, dude, you can't be going over in these games. You said it yourself. You can't be doing that. You can't be going over in these games. So whatever. I'm rooting for you. I'm not against you, so I'll root for you. That's totally fine. But I just had to comment on that. We'll keep going. So the other guy, another 4-2 record last week, Dr. Nitro. He's coming back in with another heavy slate. He's getting a little comfortable throwing these big slates out, which I enjoy, by the way. I enjoy the big slates out of Nitro. I'll let it happen. I've got a 2-for-1 Krabby Patty special on Dr. Nitro, all right? I'll let this guy fucking eat for free, man. I'll give him the Subway Gold Card or whatever the fuck that thing is, all right? I'll do it. So Dr. Nitro, this week, week 10, what do you got to say?
All right. Dr. Nitro back for more picks. Once again, did not look up my record last week. I definitely think I did a lot better. I think we're above 500. I've got a doozy of one for you, Nick. I will fire through this as quickly as I can to keep us on schedule. I'm at J Money again. I got a lot of Big 12 teams in here. Just saying. All right, Texas -2.5. Enough said there. Baylor -3.5. I got to pick them. Miami -11.5. I'm iffy on this one, but I'm going with it. Houston -13.5. Georgia -7.5. Playing Florida. Tennessee -3.5. Georgia Tech -5.5. And my big upset of the week, Cincinnati +275. I think they keep rolling. Sorsby not being talked about, but kind of putting together a Heisman type season. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see you all next week.
You might be cooked.
That is a little tough that you say that. Dr. Nitro, thanks, man. Thanks. Texas, okay. Yeah, all right. Baylor, that was one of my 50-50s. You're on Miami, got a better line. I don't think 12 to 11.5 matters. Georgia Tech, I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Tennessee, I don't mind at all. Houston, I don't mind at all. Cincy, money line, sharing one with Comrade Nichols again. But Georgia, -7.5. Mermaid Man's got one thing to say about that, and it's evil! It's evil! It's an evil bet. You want to bet on Kirby Smart? Evil! You want to bet on Kirby Smart? You want to bet against my Florida Gators? That's not cool, bro. That's not cool. I curse you. I don't. You have a newborn. My bad. I don't curse you. I don't curse you if you believe in that shit. Especially now with what's happening to Jamaica right now. That fucking cursed energy is flying all over the place. I'm not touching that. I'm sorry. But come on, man. Come on. What the fuck, dude? -7.5? You liked it with the hook? I can't believe that. What do you got to say?
It is pretty fucking evil. All right.
Yeah, it's evil.
You know, with goddamn Man Ray and his goons.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Man and Ray. You remember that motherfucker? That masked motherfucker? No, you want to come on to the show, no mask, fucking full face, Send me a picture of your driver's license, man. I'll put that shit on screen. I don't give a fuck, man. You want to bet against Florida like that. But the rest of them, I'll root for you. And stop betting against UCF, man. Have a little pride in your school. Stop betting against UCF. But it's whatever. That's whatever. That being said, your arch nemesis will continue to follow you up. I think it's hilarious that Nitro continues to call out Jay Money for betting on Big 12 games and just has totally ignored Dr. Spreadum. He's not mentioned Dr. Spreadum once. And Dr. Spreadum's debut was literally about Dr. Nitro. So that's fantastic. Dr. Spreadum is coming in with another long video. Once again, this guy doesn't follow fucking directions. Another long video out of Dr. Spreadum. I'm sorry, guys. I re-recorded this one like 3 or 4 times. I couldn't talk any faster. What are you, a fucking dumbass, man? Yeah, you can talk faster. Maybe don't recap your bets from last week. That's my fucking job, guy. That's my fucking job. All right? Just talk about the bets you got this week, man. All right? You've got 6 this week and an underdog. So I'm going to let it slide because when these guys come out and put in big slates, I'll give you a little leeway on the time. If it's the first big pop for you, I'll give you leeway on the time. Dr. Spreadum, you got 6 for us. I'm going to go ahead and give it to you right now.
What is up, Cover 2 Blitz? Dr. Spreadum again. Recapping last week, we went 2-2 yet again. We've gone 2-2 every week. We are 8-8 on the season, but we are 2-1 in the Underdog Moneyline Challenge. Should still be in first place, which not really a surprise. But we'll look to add to that this week. But first, I will not go 2-2 this week. I refuse. We're not going 2-2 again. It will change this week. First bet, Texas -2.5 at home versus Vandy. Everything about this game, everything tells me Vandy. I think Vandy's hot. Their defense has been playing unreal. Their offense, led by Heisman contender Diego Pavia, has been playing great. Everything at Texas looks not good at all. But I don't know. Gut play, Texas -2.5 at home versus Vandy. Second bet, Wake Forest +9.5 at FSU. Does FSU end their, 9-game ACC skid where they've lost 9 ACC games in a row? Possibly. But I like Wake Forest to cover 9.5. Would have loved 10.5. Could only get 9.5. Hopefully the hook doesn't screw us, but Wake Forest covers. Texas Tech minus 7.5 at K-State. Still think the Big 12 is Texas Tech's conference to lose. K-State's not that good. I think Texas Tech covers 7.5. Fourth bet, I'm going to actually Oklahoma money line at Tennessee. This is another play that I feel like Tennessee should win. They've looked pretty good all year, other than at Bama. But there's just something about, I don't know, it feels kind of trappy. So I'm going Oklahoma money line plus 130. This is not my underdog money line pick, but I do like Oklahoma money line in this one. Fifth bet, USC minus 5.5 at Nebraska. Don't have much on this game. I like USC's quarterback. I think he's not bad at all, and Lincoln Riley can dial up some offense. So I think USC will cover. They can easily cover by a touchdown at Nebraska. And then my sixth bet, I'm going 6 bets this week, 6-1. Dan Mullen and UNLV are going to get the win at home versus New Mexico. I am taking them to cover 3.5. UNLV minus 3.5 at home versus New Mexico. And then for my underdog money line challenge bet, I am going Wake Forest. Fuck FSU. Wake Forest money line plus 250. Lock it in, and we'll continue to climb up that leaderboard. Well, actually, we're already at the top, but we'll continue climbing.
All right, spread them. Another guy on Texas. Interesting. Another guy on Wake Forest. Interesting.
You know what else is interesting, Mermaid Man? Dr. Spread'em been DMing me on Instagram asking for nudes. I know Cover 2 mentioned my femboy physique last week, but I don't swing that way, Dr. Spread'em. I know you want to spread me, but I need you to refrain, all right? Thank you, Mermaid Man. Sorry, had to get that out.
Honestly,
How do you address it?
thank you for bringing that up, Barnacle Boy. As my trusted henchman, I didn't understand that Dr. Spread'em, a trusted call-in, was sexually harassing you in such a way. He does have a history of Instagram DMing people, trying to show off whatever he's hiding between those scrubs.
It ain't much.
Have you seen it? Did he send the pictures prematurely? Dr. Spread'em has a habit of prematurely sending unsolicited penis pictures. Thankfully, on this show, he's just sending bets. Thankfully, on this show, he's sending USC minus 5.5 and Dan Mullen minus 3.5 at UNLV. Dr. Spread'em, I'm going to cut you some slack this week. But if I find out you've been sexually harassing any of my other call-ins or esteemed friends, we're going to have words. We're going to have words. All right, buddy? And I'll come after you. Wake Forest money line, cool, man. Yeah, I like it. I mentioned it in my bets. I think they could do it. I don't know, Dr. Spread'em. The information I just learned has me in a bit of a quarrel. I don't know what to think. So I'm going to move on. And let the audience decide what happens to you. Bulgogi is going to begin what is an unfortunate end to the call-ins this week. Bulgogi has a nice dinner tonight. Bulgogi's going out with the family tonight. Bulgogi has decided that time with his father, mother, and siblings is more important than sending me a 30-second voice memo for my shitty YouTube channel. And I find that unfortunate. I find that deeply unfortunate. That being said, I'm going to read off Bulgogi's bets. Bulgogi also has Texas minus 2.5. Common theme to this week's episode. There's normally one bet a lot of people share. Texas seems to be that bet this week. He also has the Texas Vandy under 45.5. Bulgogi loves unders. Bulgogi loves primetime unders. And then he's with me on Florida plus 7.5. I like that, Bulgogi. I like when you share my bets, Bulgogi. I hope you're having a nice fine steak and lobster bisque tonight, Bulgogi. Because I miss you, man. I miss you. I lift the roof to Patrick's Rock, and he's nowhere to be found. He's out trying to catch a jellyfish. in the courtyard, and he's not even close. And that's what it feels like right now with you, Bulgogi, being gone. You've also taken UF plus 225 as your money line over Georgia, and that I love, Bulgogi. That I love. I wish nothing more than for that to win, Bulgogi. I'm going to move on, Bulgogi. I'm getting sad talking about you. Biko Roscoe, you know, a tried and true man, is coming back in with 5 plays this week. He's quick. He's to the point. He didn't do terrible last week. I mean, Biko Roscoe, I love letting you speak for yourself. What do you have to say this week?
What's good? It's your boy, Biko Rasco. Mid-ass week last week, 2-2. Underdog failed, but you know what? Fuck it. We had 2 dubs. Let's continue that momentum. This week, I got Cincy plus 9.5 at Utah. I got Wake Forest plus 9.5 at FSU. Fuck FSU. I got Georgia Tech minus 5.5 at NC State. Pack is just sliding. Over 51.5. Pitt at Stanford. Louisville minus 10.5 at Utah. And Wyoming plus 375 at San Diego State. Book it. Let's have a good week. Let's ride.
Oh, we're back. Like I said, quick to the point. Biko. Cincy, another popular one. Wake Forest, a popular one. Georgia Tech, right there with Nitro. Pitt Stanford, over 51.5. I don't think anyone else was touching that. So, hell yeah. I'll take that one. I love that out of you. Louisville minus 10.5, not a bad team to bet on. No, they're not playing Utah. They're playing Virginia Tech. That's okay. I know what you meant. Biko. And then Wyoming, plus 375. I have bad news for you. San Diego State is a wagon, brother. San Diego State is no joke this year. So Wyoming, you know, Josh Allen, alma mater, not happening. Not happening out of Wyoming. If it does, though, you'll get those 375 points, buddy. That'll rock you right until what I believe is, I'm not looking for the paper. I think second, third place, maybe. So, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. That being said, we're going to move on to someone who is surely disappointing me this week, but has quite frankly been disappointing, I think, everybody over the last couple weeks. He starts his debut and fucks everyone and their mother on UTEP, at all people. I mean, what a terrible bet, looking back on it. And then he has been consistently fucking everyone on Buffalo. It's J Money, man. It's J Money. You have a guy come in with the confidence that J Money has, with the statistical analysis. Western Michigan, the best defensive unit in the conference. How do you even know that? What metric is that even off of, dude? And you expect more. We haven't seen a sweep out of J Money. We haven't seen a big slate with a lot of wins out of J Money. J Money's record has just been getting shittier and shittier. And I don't want that to happen. J Money, you've got 3 plays this week. You gotta win this week, man. And you're not even calling in. You're too busy for the show. His mind is slipping. J Money's mind is slipping. SpongeBob without the water. Your lips are crusty, J Money. All right? You're out chasing tail Wednesday night. You got work tomorrow, J Money. Lock in, brother. J Money's got San Diego State minus 10.5. I like it. San Diego State's a wagon. I literally just talked about them. He's got USC Nebraska over 58.5. That one I hate. But I didn't bet it. I've been wrong before. So, yeah, I'll root for you. And then he's got Minnesota minus 3.5. I don't know how to feel about that one. But, sure. You probably know more about that game than I do. I'll trust you on it. Underdog money line for J Money is Stanford. Crazy at plus 450. This might be the biggest underdog money line we've seen on the show so far. So anytime we get something like that, I'll root for that. But I hate that I had to read off 2 plays. I hate that I had to do that. You know, Bulgogi and J Money both preoccupied on a Wednesday night. Show's got to do better. And that being said, it's not even the worst part. You notice we're missing a couple of people. Some are yet to show face, and one of them is LeDrew. One of them is LeDrew. LeDrew lost a 10-unit whale play last week in Arkansas money line. That one had to hurt. That one had to hurt. You know he has not pulled up the CBS app or the score or gone to ESPN.com, college football scores, FBS, recently. You know he hasn't. And then tonight he decided to go watch a movie with his girlfriend and not send in pics. I don't even know what to say about that. LeDrew, a man who has come under so much scrutiny in recent episodes, finally brought back some good faith over the last 2 weeks, throwing in a nice slate week 8 and then a whale play week 9. No shows. No shows us. LeDrew missed the tea time. All right? LeDrew just got hired, passed orientation, and then was 2 hours late to his first day of work. It's unbelievable, LeDrew. It's unbelievable. I am wildly disappointed. It's goddamn Halloween, motherfucker. Look at me. I got nipple tassels on. In Barnacle Boy, here next to me, I don't know what to think about. I don't know what to think about Barnacle Boy. I don't know what to think about Barnacle Boy. And you couldn't even come through with the 30-second voice memo. You haven't even sent a video this year, so it's just voice memos for you, man. Minimal effort, and you couldn't do it. But whatever. I don't know if I want to give you any more time. That being said, like I said, there's a couple people missing, and they're gonna do their part. I've got the directive in 6 year here. 6 year is obviously directly to my right or left, dressed as Barnacle Boy for this Halloween. You want to go first? You want to go first?
Yeah,
we're gonna see what 6 year has in store for us this week. Here you go. Do you know? Take the
I get
chair.
to see. All right.
Yeah, my ass is a little sweaty.
That's fine. Yeah,
Take
it's
the
fine.
chair.
It is what it
Here,
is.
take the chair.
It is what it is. I'll wait for you to sit down.
Can I have my beer, please?
Absolutely. Absolutely, Mermaid Man.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. So, real quick, 2-2 last week, slowly on the upswing here compared to how we started for the year. I got 4 more plays for you guys. I got Navy, UNT over 65.5. Jesus Christ, I can't read through these. And then I got Indiana, Maryland over 50.5. I got Washington State -3.5. I've got KSU money line, not my underdog, money line +230. I'm gonna fall for the hot hand, like Cover 2 did last week. And my underdog is Cincinnati at Utah +305. I just don't think Utah's got it like that. I just don't think they got it like that. Back to you, Mermaid.
That's pretty good. You have anything else to say?
Real quick. I am disappointed in LeDrew. There's a reason he's been dubbed LeDork. All right, you can't come in hot back-to-back weeks, and you can't quit when you're down. All right, look at me. Look at me in the fucking eyes, LeDork. I've scrapped my way back to the middle of the pack on the record. All right, I want more out of you. I'm rooting for you now, and you just disappoint me. That was all. Back to you, man. Thank you.
All right. Not bad. First of all, +230 in your regular slate. That's wild. It's a little aggressive. I can appreciate that.
It is one thing Mrs. X is, and it's ballsy. And it's stupid. But ballsy.
If there's one thing Mermaid Man likes,
It's balls.
no. We addressed that in last week's episode. It's retarded tendencies. Mermaid Man, my memory's been slipping over the last couple years. I've been struggling. But every time I get fired up, there's some stone cold Steve Austin retard shit going on. And that's what K-State on money line on the regular slate is right there. So I like it. Now we've got one more guy. We talked about him earlier, 0-7. He's got to do something. He's been back and forth. He's been down and out. He's been motivated and ready. This week has been shambles for the directive. I'm gonna let him hopefully redeem himself. Come now. Directive. What do you got to say, man? Come take the chair. Come take the chair.
Unlike Skinny P, I'm back after a terrible showing. Little disappointed in cover 2 for not calling Skinny P out for disappearing for 3 weeks. He goes 0-5 and disappears. I go 0-7, and I'm here. So let me start with my underdog hit. My underdog hit. Ole Miss. Ole Miss. Plus 175, and that's about where it started and finished. Okay, so Minnesota plus 9.5 is inexplicable. You know, Iowa has struggled to put together 20 points a game for about 3 decades, and somehow they score 17 in the first 6 minutes of the fucking game. Buffalo might be the worst team to ever exist. I kept following J Money to the watering hole, and we just kept scarfing down sand because there's nothing there. So I think is it Comrade? Comrade returns back to the watering hole.
Plus 1.5.
It's plus 1.5. Take the fucking money line, bro. What are you betting plus 1.5 for? Cal scored 20 unanswered points, and then they gave up 17 unanswered points. And they miss a game-winning field goal from 37 yards, and they lost in double OT. So these are inexplicable bad beats. Texas A&M, LSU under. I believe Texas A&M put half 100 on LSU. So I don't know.
Brian Kelly. Come on, give me some fuck Brian Kelly.
Yeah, fuck Brian Kelly. That student, that videographer in the crow's nest. Yeah, rest in peace for sure. For sure. Buddy killed him. Brian, the buddy killer, Kelly, really did him in there. What else do I have here? Wake Forest, SMU. They averaged 63 points a game combined, and they scored 25. They scored 25. You know, 2 touchdowns would have won this game, guys. 2 touchdowns would have won this game. Ended 13-12. And then Arkansas, 4 turnovers. 4 turnovers. I didn't even need Dr. Spread'em. I just got fucked straight up, you know. Cheeks wide open, head through the thighs. I was out of it, you know. But that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. Starting off with a bet that nobody has. Nobody in the nation's riding this but me. And boy, am I confident. Boy, am I confident. 0-7 won't shake me, buddy. It won't shake me because we're coming back onto the Maryland Terrapins, the Terps, plus 21.5, okay? Indiana is not this fucking freight train. They're not an immovable object. For God's sake, they're fucking Indiana. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Sorry to break it to you. They're Indiana. Texas Tech -7. Cash it already. It's checked off as a win. I got it. 1-0. Wake Forest plus 10. Cincy plus 10. And then Wake Forest money line plus 285 is my underdog. Spread them. I don't know how you got plus 250. The Seminoles are con artists, and you bet on Hard Rock, and we hate Hard Rock. And
Evil!
Yeah.
Evil!
What he said. I don't know how we let Hard Rock bets on the channel because
So we're getting a little.
We're teetering a line here.
All right. We're back. The directive came back with fire. I stand by it. Maybe a little too political for the YouTube landscape. But go ahead, stand up. Yeah, Barnacle Boy. Go ahead, 8 post, Barnacle Boy. We're finishing off this week. We're coming into week 10. Hold it. Don't fucking break. We're finishing off week 10. It's going to be a fire week. I'm going mumbo mode on these fucking bets. All right. I know I only got 7. All right. But there's a chance to sweep every week, motherfucker. There's a chance to sweep every week. Don't miss out on the football. It's going to be great this week, just like it has been every week before this. just like it will be every week after this. Fucking lock in for a Saturday, man. Enjoy some ball with me. Like the video, subscribe, comment, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit, man. Just watch some ball. Boom!
Look.